Hello friends, I am Dr. Pramod Bokde from Priyadarshini Bhagwati College of Engineering. Welcome you all in this video tutorial series on LaTeX. Friends, this is our 11th video in this tutorial series, and in this video tutorials we are going to learn the most powerful ability of the LaTeX to produce the mathematical equations. Friends, we are all aware that writing mathematical equations in MS Word is somewhat tedious and difficult. And again, the quality that is produced by MS Word equations is not of that much standard. So, the LaTeX has the powerful ability to write the mathematical equations. You can write the more complicated mathematical equations with the help of LaTeX. Once you know how to write down the mathematical equations in LaTeX, it will be very easier for you people, and you will find it very easy to write the mathematical equations. So before going to how to write the mathematical equations, let us see the different mathematical models in LaTeX. So there are basically two models that we can write the mathematical equations as. One is the inline mode. We will see what is this inline mode, and the another one is the display mode. So in inline mode, if you have the mathematical equation or mathematical expression that is written along with some text or in some paragraph, that type of mathematical mode it is called as the inline mode. So as you can see from this example, this mathematical equation c square is equals to a square plus b square, this equation is a part of this paragraph, it is a part of this text. So such a type of equation it is called as the inline mode. But in display mode, the mathematical equation or expression is not the part of your text, it is written outside your text. So as you can see from this example, c square is equals to a square plus b square. It is not written along with this text, it is written outside the text. So such a type of mathematical equation it is called the display mode. Now in most of the technical papers or technical books, you will find such a type of mathematical equations, and we have to learn how to insert this inline mathematical equations or display mode mathematical equation in LaTeX document. So without wasting much more time, let us quickly jump into the LaTeX Studio. So I am opening this Text Studio. Now I will quickly create the new file. I will click on new, and it will produce a blank source code. Now here in this case, let us produce some small article, or you can even produce the report, or you can also have the book document class. So I will go and click on wizard. So before going on the wizard, let me quickly zoom the screen. Yes. Now what I will do here, I will go to the wizard, then quick start, and then I will create an article document class. The rest of the parameters I will keep as it is. I will not going to change these parameters. Now one thing you have to note, whenever you are writing the mathematical equations into your LaTeX document, this AMS packages, which is specially meant for writing the mathematical equations, this box should be checked. If you are not including this package inside your LaTeX document, you may produce some errors. So therefore it is always suggested to have a tick mark at this position. So I have already put a tick mark, so I will directly go and click on OK. So it will produce the template. Now we have to write down the mathematical equations. So first we will see how to write down the mathematical equation in inline mode. So let us have some example. I will consider this equation. This is the equation x. Now to write down this mathematical equation in inline mode, you have to always remember that you have to include or you have to write this mathematical equation within $2 symbols. I will put here the $2 symbols, and inside this $2 symbols we have to write down the mathematical equation. Now how to write down the mathematical equations? Now for the time being I will consider a very simple mathematical equation of the linear equation in two variables as 2x plus 3y is equals to 5. I will consider a simple mathematical equation for the time being. Further we will see how to write the complex mathematical equation in LaTeX. But as this is the first video on this mathematical expression, I am going to consider a simple mathematical equation. So I am writing this is the equation 2x plus 3y in my document. So if you can see here, this equation 2x plus 3y is a part of this text. So such a type of equation, it is called as the inline mode. Now further I will demonstrate you how to write down the display mode equation. What I will do here now, I will write down some text. The display mode equation can be written as. Now in display mode the equation is not the part of the text, it is written separately. So there are two ways of writing the mathematical equation in display mode. So the first is you have to write down the backslash and opening square bracket. So as you will type backslash and opening square bracket, it will automatically give the backslash and closing square bracket. So this is the start of your display mode, and this will indicate the end of your display mode. And between this backslash opening square bracket and backslash closing square bracket, you have to include your equation. So I am writing the same equation as 2x plus 3y that is equals to 5. I am writing the same equation. You can have the different equation. So this is one of the way how to write down the mathematical equation in display mode. After some time we will execute this file and we will check how the mathematical equations can be produced in the output PDF document. Now the another way you can write, which I will generally prefer to write the mathematical equation in display mode, is what I will write down here. I will write down the command backslash begin, and in curly braces I will write down the equation. So if you can see here, as I have typed EQ only, it has given me the three options. So I will select backslash begin equation. So as I have to type the equation, I will click on backslash begin equation. There are two options for that, backslash begin equation and backslash begin equation star. So now what is the difference between these two? So if you have to give the numbers to the equations, automatic numbering of the equation is done by this backslash begin equation, and sometimes in your document there is no need to give the numbers to the equation, and in that case you have to use this equation backslash in curly brackets equation star. So we have already seen in the previous videos that the starred version of the commands will not produce the numbering. So in this case I want to produce the numbers. So I will select this backslash begin equation, double click on, and as I will select this command, automatically backslash begin equation and backslash end equation comes, and in between these two begin and end equation you have to write down your mathematical equation. So I will consider again the same, 2x plus 3y is equals to 0. Now why I have done so? So by doing so, I will tell you the difference, what is the output from this backslash opening square bracket, backslash closing square bracket. This is one of the method to write down the display mode mathematical equation, and the another method to write down the mathematical equation in display mode is between backslash begin equation and backslash end equation. So let us check for the output. So what I will do here, I will go back, compile and quickly build this document, and let us check what will be the output for your equations. So it is compiling. So as I have already told you, first time it takes more time as compared to the consecutive compiling. So we are compiling this file first time, so that's why it may take some more time. So if you see here, process excited normally, and when we are executing this file first time, generally it compiles 2 times. So let us once again compiling this, and if you see here, as it has shown the message process excited normally, that means there are no errors in your source code, and definitely it is going to produce the mathematical equations. So now you can see here, now this is the equation 2x plus 3y is equals to 5 in my document. This is nothing but the output of this. This is the equation 2x plus 3y. This is your inline mode, and I have already told you that this inline mode equation, they are always written inside the $2 sign. So if you see here in output document, that dollar sign is not reflected, but whatever we have written inside these $2 symbols, they are converted into the mathematical equations in the proper form. Now second equation, it has produced the display mode equation can be written as, if you see here, first technique we have used by using backslash opening and closing bracket, and the second method we have used by using the begin equation and end equation. So if you see here, it has produced the 2 equations, 2x plus 3y is equals to 5, and this equation is not numbered. And if you see here, the second equation 2x plus 3y, and this equation is numbered. So now the difference between these two methods is, the first method will not produce the automatic numbering, and by using this backslash begin and backslash end equation command, it is producing the automatic numbering for the equations. So as you go on increasing the number of equations, I will consider the second equation as backslash begin equation. I will write down here some another equation. Here suppose m square plus n square is equals to 2. I will tell you what is this m square and n square is equals to 2 after some time. So for the time being, consider this m square plus n square is equals to 2. I will go and compile this file and again check for the output. Now definitely as the new equation is inserted within backslash begin and backslash end command, it is going to definitely produce a new equation which is numbered as 2. So the process is going on, it is compiling, and it is going to produce output PDF document, and in that output PDF document definitely the next equation will be produced, and that will be nothing but your m square plus n square is equals to 2. So keep an eye on this output PDF document. So if you see here, a new equation is inserted, m square plus n square is equals to 2, and this equation is numbered as equation number 2. You can see from this, m square plus n square equals to 2, equation number 2. So as you go on adding the equations, the LaTeX will automatically number that equations. But sometimes you do not want your equation to be numbered. So in that case, what you have to do here, now in that case you have to put a star mark here. in the command \begin equation asterisk, and similarly you have to put the same asterisk in this \end equation star, right? So I will go and again build this and check what will be the output for this command now. Now definitely, as I have used the starred version of this \begin equation, it will not assign any number to that mathematical equation, but it is always have a better practice to give the numbers to each and every equation, so that that equation can be referred anywhere in your document by using the labels. How to refer the mathematical equation by using the labels, that we are going to see in the further videos, but for the time being, let us start with a simple concept of writing the mathematical equations. Now it has produced the output document. So if you can see here now, here m square plus n square, it is not numbered now. You can see here now the equation which is numbered previously, by putting the starred version of this command, that equation will not be numbered now. In this way, you can write the mathematical equations inside the text, that is in the inline mode, or you can write down the mathematical equations outside the text, which is not the part of your text or a paragraph. In such a mode, it is called as the display mode, right? Now let us go and try to write down some mathematical equations. Now here in this case, I have one file. I will take that equations and I will let you know how to write down the equations now. Now let us consider I have to write down some subscript to the equations. So suppose I have to write down the a1 plus b1 is equals to 5. This equation I have to write down. So if you can see from this equation, 1 is the subscript for this character a, and plus again this 1 is nothing but the subscript for character b, and that is equals to 5. Now let us see how to write down this subscript for the characters. So for that I will again go into the text studio. Now as we have to write down the numbered equation, I will preferably use \begin equation command, and you have to write down the mathematical equation in between this begin and end equation command. So our equation was a1 plus b1 is equals to 5. So to write the subscript, what you have to do here, you have to write down the one subscript to the letter a. So for writing the subscript, you have to give the underscore. You have to give the underscore, and I will write down 1. If you can see here, this is a underscore 1, that is going to produce a subscript 1, plus I will write down b subscript 1, that is going to produce b1, b subscript 1, and that is equals to 5 suppose. Now if you have only one character in the subscript, as you can see from here, from this equation, there is only one character to the subscript as a subscript to letter a. Here also we have only one character as a subscript to the letter b. So in such a cases, you have to write down simply a underscore 1 plus b underscore 1, that is equals to 5. But if we have more characters in the subscript, as you can see from this next equation, we have a suffix 1 2 plus b suffix 1 2, that is equals to 4. Now we have more than one characters in the subscript. Here also we are having the more characters in the subscript. In such a case, what you have to do here, you have to, I will go back in the text studio, I will write down the command \begin equation. Now I want a suffix 1 2, a subscript 1 2. So what you have to do here, a underscore, underscore stands for subscript. Then if you have the more characters in the subscript, then you have to write down that characters in the curly braces. Now we have 1 2 as a subscript, so that 1 2 I will write down inside the curly braces. then plus b, our equation is b12 is equals to 4. So here I will write down b underscore, that is b subscript 1 2, and that is equals to 4. So clear? Again I will take one more example. If you can see here, I have the third equation as R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus so on, right? And that equation is numbered. Again I will go here, I will write down backslash begin equation, then our equation was R suffix equivalent. For subscript I will give you underscore. Equivalent, that word is having more than one character, so that I will write down inside the curly brackets, that is equivalent, and that is equals to R suffix 1. So R1, the 1 is the only character here. If you can see here, R1 is the only character here, 2 is the only subscript to this R, and 3 is the only subscript to the R. So that's why what I will do here, I will simply write down R subscript 1 plus R underscore 2 plus R underscore 3 plus so on, right? So these are the three examples we have seen for the subscript. A1 plus B1 is equals to 5. Here it is A12 plus B12 is equals to 4, and here R equivalent is R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. So let us quickly check the output. So for that I will go and click on build and view. So it is compiling, and let us check for the output whether it is properly producing the mathematical equations or not. And if you can see from the output file, the nature or the quality of this mathematical equation is of a very high standard. It is the book quality type. So it is better to use the LaTeX as compared to the MS Word. Now it has the process excited normally, and if you can see here, it has produced the three equations. If you can see here, A1 plus B1 is equals to 5, as we have used the begin and end equation environment, it has given the numbers. The second equation was A suffix 1 2 plus B suffix 1 2 equals to 4, and third one it is R equivalent equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on, and that equation is numbered as 4. Now this is regarding the subscript, but if you want to put a superscript, for example in this file, if you can see, we have some mathematical equations which has the superscript form. If you can see here, the equation is x square plus y square is equals to 5, and second equation is x to the power mn minus y to the power m plus n, that is equals to 4. So if you have to write down such equations where we are having the superscript, then how to write down the equation C? So for that again I will use backslash begin equation command and backslash end equation command. So we are having the equation x square. So I will write down x, and as we have to put the superscript, that superscript is put by the character cap character. So square, so that's why we write down here 2 plus y square, that is y cap 2, and that is equals to 5. So as in this equation we are having only one character in the superscript, that is 2. Here also we are having the one character in the superscript 2. So that's why we have not written this 2 inside this curly braces. You can put a curly brace here, but I will suggest if you do not have more than one character, then no need to put the curly braces. So here I have written one equation, x square plus y square is equals to 2. Similarly, we are having the other equation as backslash begin equation. So the second equation is x to the power mn, x to the power mn. I will again check it, x to the power mn. Now we are having the two characters in the superscript. Here also we are having more than two characters, m plus n. Plus can be considered as one of the character again. So we are having more than one character in the superscript. So whatever the characters we have to write down in the superscript, that needs to be included inside the curly braces. We are having x to the power mn. So I will write down x cap and in curly brackets says mn plus y to the power y cap. Again we have to include more characters in the superscript. So here that is m plus n, and that is equals to 4, suppose. That is equals to 4. So in this way you can write the subscript and superscript. So let us quickly check whether it is producing the proper output or not. So I will go and build this document. It is compiling, and we will check for the output. Still it is processing. So for the time being you can note down how I have written this mathematical equations, which consist of subscript and superscript. I repeat, to write down the subscript you have to use the underscore symbol, and for writing the superscript you have to use the cap symbol. So here the process excited normally, and if you can see here the equation is x square plus y square is equals to 5. That is numbered automatically, and similarly the other equation we have written x to the power mn plus y to the power m plus n, that is equals to 4, and that is also numbered. So in this way you can put the subscript and superscript in the mathematical equations. So there are more forms. We are having the fractions, we are having the integrations, we are having the various mathematical or Greek letters that we can write down in the mathematical equations. We can have more than one equations which are properly aligned. We can have a long equation which cannot be written in a single line, so that needs to be splitted into multiple lines. We are having the matrices, we are having the arrays, we are having the determinants. So there are much more mathematical forms. So all that mathematical equations, complicated mathematical equations, how to write down that mathematical equations, that we will discuss in further videos, probably in video number 12. So friends, as this video has become very long, I will stop here. So definitely I am going to cover all the possible mathematical equations, different types of mathematical equations, how to write down the square root also, and so on, many more. So that we will discuss in next video. So hopefully you might have understood all the things that I have discussed now. So go and practice this, and again, once again I am requesting you to install the Text Studio. It is having much more facility as compared to the other LaTeX platforms. I have told you some commands, but if you are using this Text Studio, it will become easier for you. That I will tell you in the next video, how it will become easier for you, right? So for the time being, let us complete this video tutorial. So if you like this video, kindly subscribe my channel and like these videos. And if you have any queries, you can put your queries in the chat box. I will definitely solve your queries within 1 or 2 days. So friends, bye bye.